Hey, Mark here from Hats AI. We are really excited about the changes that have come to the AI App Builder, or should I say, the workshop. The first thing that you'll notice when you log into your admin tenant or your customer tenant is that what used to be called the AI App Builder is now called the workshop. So the next big change is the model selector. You can now select the default AI model that the app, when you're building an app, that the app will run on when a user clicks generate. So previously, you used to have to just go with whatever the default was for the platform, which was usually GPT-4o, and the user could change the model if they wanted to every time they used an app. But now, as an app builder, whoever's building these apps, you can select the default that that app will run on every time someone uses it. They will still be able to change the model manually if they want to. A user, when they're consuming one of these apps, they will be able to change the model to try out, Gemini instead of GPT-4o or Claude instead of Gemini. So this is really just meant to make it a little bit more efficient. If you find a model that works best for the use case that you're building, you say, I really want this one to run on Claude 3 Haiku. Well, that's going to be the default unless someone wants to try a different model. But at least now you can set the default for the app. The next big change is the prompt templates. So instead of just adding new prompt sections like this, what you can do is add a prompt template. And those prompt templates, if you've taken our prompt engineering course, you can see that these are the baseline prompts, that every app runs better if you have these prompts built into it. So the first one we can do is persona. So I can say you are a social media manager, because that's the example we always like to go with. I'll add a role. I'll say your job is to create social media posts. I'll add another prompt template, and I'll say the tone. This task is very important because we are trying to get more customers via social media. Now, the big changes that might seem a little bit different and hopefully not confusing at first, but just different. These are the inputs. Where you previously had a list of user inputs over here on the left where you could click and drag short answer, long answer, drop down, multi-select, file upload. Those are still here. They still exist. You just have to click on create new input. These user inputs are here, but now you have these two other options, text and file. File used to be create a permanent object. So if we wanted to upload a file, we can do that. We'll say file 1, can upload the Hats AI overview. And let's call this the Hats overview. I'm going to save this, and wherever my cursor was, that's where it's going to show up. So let's actually get rid of that. But you notice I just deleted that file, but it's still over here. So I'm going to add a new prompt section, and I'll say, let's say use this file to generate your social media posts. And now I can just click the Hats overview file and it shows up there. We still have the drag and drop. That has not gone away, but you can just click it and it'll show up here. Now, the constants. These are references that you can use in multiple places throughout your prompt. So I'll create one and I'll call it Hats AI. This is the name of my company, and it'll just be Hats AI. Depending on your use case, these values might change. We'll save that. And so your social media manager, and we can just say at, and now it's Hats AI. I could also say for, and then I can type in C for constant, and Hats AI shows up. So this will come into a lot more use cases as you're building longer, more sophisticated, more nuanced apps, and you need to refer to think of these as references that you can just refer back to, that you don't want to have to keep typing the same thing over and over and over again. That's where these can really come into play. So if you notice, we still don't actually have any user inputs. So we're going to add some of those here. We'll say this is what the social media posts should be about. And now I will add a new input, and it's going to be a short answer. And I'll say post topic. I'll make it required. This should all look familiar if you've built any apps with the HATS AI platform before. And I'll save it, and it's right there. And you can see now here, this is this user input shows up here. We can add another prompt section, and I'll say create posts for these social media platforms. The next feature that we've added is with the dropdown, you can keep adding options. So if you want to say, let's say LinkedIn, Instagram, X, Facebook, who knows, let's say Thread, you could just keep going here and adding more and more options. Whoops, didn't mean to delete that one. Social media platform. And we'll make this required as well. So we'll save that, and it shows up there. So now, when we go back to preview, we have built an AI app that the post topic will be about AI as a service, and LinkedIn, there we go. So this is intended to be a much simpler way to get started creating apps on the HATS AI platform. You can add multiple files now. That's a new feature. You can set the default model for whenever you publish the app. You can add constants and multiple user inputs much more easily. And we're now calling this the AI workshop. I hope this quick little impromptu demo was helpful. And if you have any questions, please reach out to HATS AI, come to office hours, and hope that you have a lot of fun building some new apps, and especially revamping some old apps. This is a great opportunity to go back and see how you can enhance and add more value to the apps that you previously created. So good luck, happy prompting, and hope to talk to you all at office hours soon.